Webflow is awesome, but let's face it, a website that looks amazing on desktop can turn into a disaster on mobile. And it can be extremely frustrating at times when you try to get your website to work perfectly on all browsers, but you just can't seem to get it to work properly. I get it. I've been there, done that. But fear not. Today I thought I would just run you through the processes that I like to follow to make sure that the website projects that I work on is responsive. Hi everyone, I am Robert Smart and today we'll be looking at responsive design. So what is responsive design? I've asked ChatGPT to give me a breakdown of what responsive design is, and this is what it says. Responsive design is an approach to web design that aims to create websites that adapt and respond smoothly to various screen sizes, devices, and orientations. In other words, a responsive website will look and function well whether it's viewed on a desktop computer, a tablet, or a smartphone. So, as you can see, a responsive design isn't just a fancy term. It's crucial for your website success, especially in today's mobile-first world. Did you know that over 60% of web traffic comes from mobile devices? And guess what? Google loves mobile-friendly websites. A responsive design isn't just recommended, it's essential for ranking higher in search results. But it's not just about SEO. A responsive website means a better experience for your users, no matter what devices they're on. Lower bounce rates, longer visits, and ultimately more conversions. That's the power of responsive design. Now, let's ditch the struggle and dive into my step-by-step process. We'll explore the core principles of responsive design in Webflow, and I'll show you exactly how to make your website adapt beautifully to any screen size.
Now for the fun part. But before I start with this section of the video, I just want to make a little bit of a disclaimer. I am not going to show you how to create responsive grids or how to make your website responsive inside of Webflow, right? There are videos that have been done by Timothy Ricks where he shows you how to create responsive grids. So I suggest you check that out. But I want to basically teach you or show you how to go about doing it the way I was taught to do it, right? So I'm first going to speak about Webflow, and then I'll show you the rest. So as you can see, Webflow has got these cool little breakpoints on their website. So I thought that I would just, instead of building this thing out, I'll show you on a project that we recently launched for ourselves of the Niner Digital. And as you can see, Webflow has already got these pre-built breakpoints, right? That's part of their platform. So you can see the one with the star, the icon with the star, that is like your base breakpoint. And here you can apply all your styles, right? And so how they work is when you do your styles on this breakpoint, it affects all the screen sizes as you go downwards to tablet, mobile landscape, and mobile portrait. And then it also affects all the screen sizes going upward. That's just how they've developed this product. So here they've got the different breakpoints: 1280 pixels and upwards, 1440 pixels and upwards, and then 1920 and up. Then tablet 991, mobile landscape 767 pixels, and then mobile portrait 478, and all the way down. Now, a lot of what I've learned is and saw over these last few years is that a lot of designers, even those who are new developers in the field, especially those and also those who are entrepreneurs, business owners who want to do this themselves. So what I've learned is that a lot of them tend to trust Webflow's breakpoints, right? So they would make something here and then they just somehow expect it to work, right? And as you can see, I'm just going to show you. So Webflow at the bottom here, as you can see, they've got all these little 750 pixels, 800, 850, 900, 950, 991, and so on and so forth. So these are all breakpoints, and where this little kind of dot is, that is basically the set breakpoints. And now it's super difficult in Webflow to cater for all these breakpoints unless you add media queries, right? And how you go about adding media queries is you will basically just go to let's just click there, and then you click on the settings, and in this code over here you will just add your breakpoint similar to what we've done over here. You can see what we've done is we've added 1366 bento grid, and all of these just because we have a component that we've developed that needs to cater for all these different breakpoints. And so how I like to make sure our websites are responsive is to go to Google Chrome, right? Like I've got it here, and then now we're going to test out the different browsers. So what is cool about Chrome, and I know there are other browsers who does something similar. As you can see, you can what I've done is I've just clicked inspect, left click inspect, or right click inspect, and then Google Chrome has got this thing called DevTools where you can actually test out your website on different screen sizes. All right, and as you can see, what it's got here. Let's just scroll down the page. So Google Chrome has got all the responsive sizes: iPhone SE, iPhone XR, iPhone 12, Pixel 7, Samsung Galaxy, iPad, Mini iPad Air, Galaxy Fold, and so on and so forth. And so this is one of the ways that I like to go about it, right? I also tend to do this, and this is probably my most favorite way of making sure the site is responsive using Google Chrome. I'll show it to you this way. And so I have a tendency just to, and because I've got a bigger screen monitor, I'm able to do this, right? So I would kind of just do this and then make sure. Actually, I need to just set the DevTools, because what DevTools does, or inspect this, what DevTools does is, as you can see, I make it smaller, and right at the top on the right hand corner you can see it's got a pixel setting, 1906 pixels by 1914 pixels. So I just go via that, and I usually keep a couple of breakpoints in mind. That is 1920, 1366, 1440, 991, 1080, and so on, 1260 I think it is. So I always like to keep those breakpoints in mind, and as I go down, this is probably the best way for me to make sure that I cover all these breakpoints, right? And like I showed you, you can use DevTools and use this little icon called or this responsive icon, where you can just test and make sure you've covered all the responsive sizes. All right, but like I said, my favorite way is just to do this: drag and make the screen size smaller and smaller, and then we'll see how the website behaves as well. And I know a lot of developers that tend to do this, right, where they would just make the site smaller and smaller so that they can see what it looks like. Then the other way, if you have means and you got the budget, you can sign up to this platform. I know this is one of the most well-known tool out there that I used at the previous agency we worked at called Browser Stack. And Browser Stack, does all the testing for you, and they test it out on real devices. All right, and as you can see, you can test it out on iPhone X, Galaxy Note, iPad, Windows, Mac OS X. And this is basically what it looks like, more or less, where you add in your URL and then you get a screen size or a monitor. You get a device, right? So you get a device and you can then test it out, like that. And this is basically what it will look like and behave like, and you can see all of these things. Now, obviously, there is a price. It comes with a cost. You can sign up and do the trial version, or you can just pay a fee for it. All right, desktop and mobile, $39 per month. Then once I have done that, right, I would then firstly test it out on my actual mobile device. All right, so I've got 2 mobile phones where I like to test it out. And then I would, if you've got an iPad, you can test it out. It's always good to test it out on physical devices. All right, as a previous agency, we would keep iPad there. We asked everyone to test it out on their different devices, mobile devices, and so that we can, even on different screen sizes, some had big screen sizes, monitors, others got laptops, and so on and so forth. We would always ask the team to do that. So once I'm done with that, then I always like to test it out. I would take this URL and then I would go to Firefox. I would open up Firefox browser. I would open up Safari, Edge, just to make sure that I cover those browsers, because a lot of times when something works perfectly on Chrome, then it might not work perfectly on Safari, and there's a lot of times when we have these bugs, and then we had to get the team to test it out and to fix the bugs that we pick up.
And there you have it, my friends. The process I like to follow to make sure the websites are responsive. But before you go, if you found this video helpful, or if you've ever learned something new from my channel, I have a favor to ask. Hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to me. It helps this channel grow and allows me to keep creating awesome content that empowers designers like you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy designing.